What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into Alien Earth Episode 6, titled The Fly. And let me tell you, this might just be the most intense episode of the season so far. We've got game-changing character deaths, some absolutely wild alien reveals, and enough Easter eggs to fill a Wayland Yutani storage container. As always, smash that like button if you're enjoying our breakdowns, subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss our Episode 7 analysis next week, and let me know in the comments what your favorite moment was from this episode. So let's start with that title, The Fly, which is anything but random. This is a direct reference to David Cronenberg's 1986 classic body horror film starring Jeff Goldblum. But it's not just a cool name drop. The reference actually serves an important story purpose. In Cronenberg's film, a scientist accidentally merges himself with a housefly during a teleportation experiment, creating a horrible hybrid creature. In Alien Earth, we're seeing the same concept, but done intentionally by Prodigy Corporation. The Lost Boys are essentially human-fly hybrids in their own way, merging human consciousness with synthetic bodies. This connects directly to the heartbreaking death of Tootles, who now wants to be called Isaac in this episode. Let's break down what exactly happens to him, because there's some crucial details you might have missed. First off, Tootles doesn't have to die here. Kirsch specifically tells him to work with Curly on monitoring the aliens, but Tootles decides to go alone because of his unspoken rivalry with her. This is that classic childlike competitiveness. They're both the smart kids, and Tootles wants to prove himself. When he's in the lab, the feeding mechanism for the fly aliens' enclosure is broken. Shout out to Prodigy's terrible maintenance. Instead of calling for help, Tootles makes the fatal decision to enter the enclosure directly. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The sheep controlled by the T. ocellus alien doesn't just randomly attack. It actually watches and waits for the perfect moment to strike. According to Noah Hawley himself, this scene shows that the eyeball alien isn't just animal smart. It's truly intelligent and understands cause and effect. It sees an opportunity to cause chaos and takes it. The sheep headbutts the glass at the exact moment Tootles is off balance, causing him to stumble into the fly alien's enclosure, where the door locks behind him. The fly then spits this acidic liquid that melts through his synthetic body, which is absolutely brutal to watch. This death is massively important for the series because it proves Prodigy's immortality claim is a complete lie. These hybrids can be killed, which completely undermines Boy Cavalier's entire business model. As actor Kit Young told Variety, this means utter panic for Prodigy Corporation moving forward.
Now let's talk about that awesome corporate showdown between Boy Cavalier and Yutani. This scene is packed with some hilarious and scary real-world parallels. First, when Kavalier says, "In the future, where I live, we move fast and we make trillions," this is a direct reference to Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg and his famous move fast and break things philosophy. The bare feet on the table? That's pure Steve Jobs energy. Kavalier comes out of this meeting looking like the ultimate tech bro villain. He extorts $20 billion from Yutani, then still refuses to give back the aliens because of quarantine regulations. The hypocrisy is insane. These billionaires only care about laws when they benefit them. There's also some interesting world building here, when Kavalier mentions that Yutani violated 15 corporate laws by bringing alien specimens to Earth. This suggests there's actually some regulation in this universe about alien life forms, which we haven't really seen before in the Alien franchise. Can we just appreciate for a moment that the breakout character of this entire series might be a sheep controlled by an alien eyeball? The behind-the-scenes details on this creature are fantastic.
According to Kit Young, they used both a real sheep and an incredibly realistic animatronic for different shots. He said the only way you could tell the difference was that the sheep would be still for too long when it was the animatronic. The final shot of the episode, with the sheep staring directly into the camera as Godsmack's Keep Away plays, is pure cinematic genius. Mashable even called it a woolly Hannibal Lecter, which is just perfect. This isn't just a scary moment, though. It's showing us how intelligent this alien truly is. It's been watching everything, learning, and planning. That headbutt wasn't random aggression. It was a calculated move to create chaos and opportunity. Speaking of that final scene, let's talk about the perfect use of Godsmack's Keep Away as the credit song. The lyrics are almost too perfect for this episode. Sickness spilling through your eyes, craving everything that you thought was alive. Keep away from me. This works on multiple levels. First, it obviously references the eyeball alien literally taking over the sheep's body through its eyes. But it also speaks to the broader themes of the series, these corporations craving alien technology no matter how dangerous it is, and the need to keep away from these threats. As Clint Gage at IGN pointed out, this isn't just a random nu metal track. It's one of the most thematically appropriate music choices they've made all season.
Now, let's get into the good stuff, those Easter eggs and connections to the wider Alien franchise. 1. Peter Pan references. Boy Kavalier is back to reading J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan throughout this episode. The most significant quote is 2 is the beginning of the end, which in the original story refers to the age when children start growing up. In this episode, it relates to how characters are pairing off as we head toward the season finale. 2. Ventilation tunnels. When Slightly drags Arthur's body through the vents, this is a classic callback to the original Alien film, where Ripley navigates the Nostromo's ventilation system. 3. Affirmative. When Kirsch uses this military-style response, it echoes how the colonial Marines speak in Aliens. 4. Facehugger rules. We learn some new information about facehuggers in this episode. They apparently can't be frozen, which is why the chestburster was able to emerge from Bronsky while he was in cryosleep back in episode 5. 5. RoboCop homage. There's a cool visual reference to RoboCop in how the shot is framed when Sylvia and Kirsch are leaning over Wendy. 6. Character names. Tootles choosing to rename himself Isaac after Isaac Newton continues the show's tradition of meaningful names. Meanwhile, the lawyer references the Brubaker Accords, which seems to be this universe's version of extraterrestrial biological laws.
Wendy's transformation. Wendy is becoming increasingly sympathetic to the aliens, even referring to the xenomorph as her friend. This is seriously concerning her brother Hermit, who's trying to plan their escape. There's this great moment where Wendy straight up tells him, "What if I don't want to go?" She's drinking the Kool-Aid, folks. Kirsch's betrayal. Timothy Oliphant's synthetic character is becoming increasingly mysterious. He watches everything happening, but doesn't intervene. Even when Slightly is about to unleash a facehugger on Arthur. Is he working against Kavalier? Does he have his own agenda? This feels like the classic synthetic betrayal we've seen in other Alien stories. But with a twist. Dame Sylvia's moral failure. Dr. Sylvia has always seemed like one of the good guys, but in this episode, she agrees to wipe Nib's memory against her better judgment. This is a huge moral compromise, and it costs her. Her husband Arthur gets facehugged right after being fired for refusing the same order. Slightly's desperation. Poor Slightly is being manipulated by Morrow, who's threatening his family. His attack on Arthur isn't out of malice, it's desperation to save his loved ones. This adds so much complexity to what could have been a simple villainous turn. Let's talk about some burning questions after this episode. Is Nibs actually pregnant? The show keeps hinting at this possibility. Could a hybrid body actually gestate a xenomorph? That would be a game changer. What is the eyeball alien's endgame? It's clearly intelligent and planning something. But what? How will Dame Sylvia react when she finds out what happened to Arthur? They left things on bad terms after the memory wipe argument. What's Kirsch's real agenda? He's clearly not loyal to Kavalier. But what is he actually trying to accomplish? How will Prodigy cover up Tootles' death? They can't exactly show off all 6 hybrids now that one is melted goo. Episode 6 of Alien Earth might be the strongest installment yet. It combines brutal body horror with sharp corporate satire and genuine emotional moments.
Tootles' death is heartbreaking. He was just a kid who wanted to be taken seriously as a scientist. The themes of autonomy and humanity are really coming to the forefront now. As one review pointed out, the show seems to have definitively answered that yes, the hybrids are still human. And now it's exploring how other people fail to respect their humanity. The stage is set for an explosive final 2 episodes, with aliens loose, hybrids in danger, and corporate warfare escalating. Anything could happen. But that's all we've got for this breakdown. What did you think of episode 6? Let me know your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Alien Earth content. Thanks for watching, and remember, watch out for any suspicious-looking sheep.